Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be reviewing Britney Spears' Blackout. Very good album. Possible 10 out of 10, I don't know, there's a couple tracks that were in it. So the first track we have on this amazing album is Gimme More. It's a very good song. It sort of sets the tone for the whole album, you know, it's a very dance pop song. It's not the best song on the album in my opinion, like I think Piece of Me, Radar, Break the Ice, Toy Soldiers, also a very good song on the album, but I think Gimme More sort of sets the tone more than being like the smash hit song, even though in the end it was the most famous song on the album. Second song on this album is Piece of Me. It sort of really shows off Britney and her life situation in that moment, and it just sort of establishes how Britney feels and how all the media want her and how the paparazzi's always after her, but it also, like, it's a really dance song, like, it really gets you moving. It's really effective at, you know, packing a punch and sort of making you want to stand up against prejudice in your life. The third track is Radar. It's a lot less of a serious track compared to the other two. Like, it's a lot more dance pop, and it's about Britney, and it's about boys, and possibly girls, and she's going after someone, and it's very, sort of like, it's not hyper-poppy, because hyper-pop wasn't a thing then, but it sort of leads into the way of being very high energy. The fourth song, Break the Ice, is probably one of my favourite songs. It's a very good song at, like, it feels very sexy, it feels very campy. It's like Britney's being seductive, and it sort of continues on from Radar, and it sort of fits the similar romantic vibes, but also, like, we're at a club and there's high energy music and it's all chaotic, and I don't know, it's really fierce of a song. The fifth track, Heaven on Earth, is probably one of the weaker songs. I feel like the whole record relies on the dance pop and the techno and the sort of high energy sound. Heaven on Earth sort of doesn't do that, and it sort of doesn't work in the record's favour. Like, it's not a bad song, but it's probably bottom 2 out of these 12. Yeah, I Got a Plan, I can't say the title for obvious reasons, is also follows on the same vibes, but it's like, we've had the man singing, and it's sort of like, it's a back and forth of like Britney and her lover, and it's a very good song. It keeps up the energy that Heaven on Earth was lacking. Freak Show on this record sort of gives circus vibes, and it's like a similar vibe of like everybody joined together and like, we don't care who you are, like, we can all be together, and it works very well as a track of like getting everyone together, but it also keeps up the high energy. Toy Soldier, probably the best song on the album. It just keeps the high energy the whole time. It's about Britney wanting a better man, and it sort of really works well to establish how Britney's fed up with toy soldiers, and it's a good sort of metaphor, and it works really well in the musical sense because it's something that's not already on the album, and it has a deeper meaning behind it, but it also, like, it's really pop. Hot as Ice, which is the 9th track, is sort of, it's a bit more chill than the other tracks, but it sort of keeps up the energy. Britney sort of also uses the ice and fire themes that Break the Ice does, and it's sort of the record's covers, sort of, it's quite bright and vibrant, and, you know, Blackout and the lack of light, and it works as a song. Ooh Ooh Baby is probably like my least favourite song on the album. It's very repetitive, it just repeats itself, it doesn't sort of have like a theme or a motive like the other songs. It's sort of the only song that's lacking, and the record sort of slows down towards the end, it sort of misses its pop punch. that I feel like it needs more of. Perfect Lover, which is the 11th track, also like it's quite repetitive, but it brings back the punchy vibe that's sort of going away towards the end of the record. It sort of builds up at the start for a long time and then sort of continues on and slows down at the end. It's probably a bottom 3 track for me. It doesn't do a lot compared to the standouts of Break the Ice and Toy Soldier that are just much better songs. I just feel like it slows down the album. Why Should I Be Sad is quite a good conclusive track. It's sort of Britney saying, why should I be sad? Like, I'm in a club, I'm partying, I've got this good music on. It's a good conclusion. It works, it doesn't really fit on the record. Like, it's a slower song and the album's slowed down and it's it running out of energy and getting to the blackout of it all. There you go, that's my summary of Britney Spears' Blackout. I'd probably give it a 9 out of 10. There's a few songs that are lacking that just don't work particularly well, and I just think the record has so much energy and so much going on, and it just loses it at the end. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye.